It looks like a single object in the middle. So we don't know what is going on. Of course, it's possible also.
An object from another star system is hurtling toward Earth right now. And December 19th, 2025 marks the moment we get our closest look at something that was never supposed to be here. This is not a drill. Comet 3, I-Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar object ever detected in our solar system, is making its closest approach to Earth on December 19th, 2025, traveling at speeds incomprehensible to the average person. This cosmic anomaly originated from beyond our sun's gravitational reach, from a star system light years away. It will pass within 170 million miles of our planet, over 700 times the distance to the moon. But what makes this event unprecedented is not the distance. It's what scientists are discovering about it. NASA, National Geographic, and EarthSky have all issued detailed reports. Space agencies across the globe are tracking it, observatories are adjusting their equipment, and the data coming back is shocking. This comet is shedding water and gas at a rate described by observers as like a fire hose. This is the first time humanity has had the opportunity to study material from another star system in real time. And what we learn could rewrite our understanding of the universe. But there's more happening in December 2025 than just this interstellar visitor. A cascade of celestial events is converging this month. A supermoon, a record-breaking meteor storm, a rare planetary alignment, and a solar flare powerful enough to trigger auroras and disrupt communications. December 2025 is not just another month in the sky, it's a celestial convergence that hasn't been seen in years, and it's all happening right now. Let's break down exactly what's coming and why every date matters. December 4th, the final supermoon of 2025, the last full moon of the year, is also the last supermoon, the so-called cold moon. This is the third consecutive supermoon in a rare streak that began in October. When a full moon coincides with its closest point to Earth, known as perigee, it appears up to 14% larger and 30% brighter than the smallest full moons of the year. But the real spectacle happens just after sunset. When the moon rises low on the eastern horizon, a psychological phenomenon called the moon illusion makes it look even more massive. News outlets including the Associated Press and the Times of India have confirmed this will be the brightest full moon remaining in 2025. For anyone with binoculars or a small telescope, the craters, Maria, the so-called seas, and mountain ranges along the lunar terminator will be razor sharp. This isn't just a photo opportunity, it's a chance to witness the raw scale of our nearest celestial neighbor. December 7th, morning, Mercury at greatest elongation. Mercury is one of the most elusive planets in our sky. It never strays far from the sun, making it notoriously difficult to observe. But on December 7th, it reaches greatest elongation, its maximum apparent separation from the sun, giving Northern Hemisphere observers the best morning view of Mercury in all of 2025. National Geographic and EarthSky both confirm this is the standout morning apparition of the year. Mercury will be visible roughly 1 hour before sunrise, low over the eastern horizon, with brilliant Venus rising shortly after. The window is narrow, December 1st to 25th, but for those who catch it, this is a rare alignment. To see it, you'll need an unobstructed eastern horizon. Start scanning 60 to 45 minutes before local sunrise. Look for a bright star low in the dawn glow. That's Mercury. Venus will shine brighter and slightly higher soon after, but this window is closing fast. December 7th, evening, Moon-Jupiter conjunction, the same date, delivers another spectacle. NASA's December What's Up guide highlights a close pairing of the Moon and Jupiter on the evening of December 7th. After sunset, look east or east-northeast for the bright moon. Jupiter will sit nearby as the brightest star-like point in the area. In reality, they're separated by hundreds of millions of kilometers. But in our sky, they'll appear close enough to share a binocular field. Through a telescope at low power, you'll see Jupiter's 4 Galilean moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, as tiny dots flanking the gas giant. These are the same moons Galileo observed in 1610, forever changing humanity's understanding of the cosmos. And on December 7th, you'll see them yourself. December 13th to 14th, the Geminid meteor shower, 2025's meteor showstopper. This is the event astronomers have been waiting for all year. The Geminid meteor shower is widely regarded as the best annual meteor shower, and 2025's conditions are nearly perfect. NASA, National Geographic, and multiple observing calendars agree the peak occurs on the nights of December 13th to 14th, with potential rates of up to 120 meteors per hour under dark moonless skies. This year, the moon is a thin waning crescent, only 20 to 30% illuminated, and it doesn't rise until the early morning hours. That means long stretches of dark sky during prime meteor watching time. But here's what makes the Geminids unique. They don't originate from a comet. They come from debris shed by asteroid 3200 Phaethon, and they're known for their bright, often yellowish streaks and occasional fireballs. The meteors appear to radiate from the constellation Gemini, close to Jupiter this year, but they can flash anywhere in the sky. Under suburban skies, you may see a few dozen meteors an hour. Under truly dark skies, the rates can climb dramatically. No telescope is needed. Just face generally up, away from streetlights. Give your eyes 20 to 30 minutes to adjust to the dark and avoid looking at phone screens. Then watch the sky ignite. December 15th, the Orion Nebula at its highest. Mid-December brings prime viewing of the Orion Nebula, Messier 42, one of the most famous stellar nurseries in the sky. National Geographic notes that December 15th is an ideal date because the nebula reaches its highest point in the sky around local midnight, minimizing atmospheric distortion. The Orion Nebula lies just below Orion's belt, appearing to the naked eye as a faint, fuzzy star in Orion's sword. Observing guides list its apparent magnitude around 4.0, technically visible without tools from a truly dark site, but dramatically better through binoculars or a small telescope. Find Orion's belt, 3 bright stars in a short row, then look just below it for the small sword of stars. The middle star in the sword is actually the Orion Nebula. Binoculars will reveal a glowing cloud. A telescope shows sculpted wisps where new stars are forming. This is the birthplace of suns. December 19th, interstellar Comet 3 I-Atlas makes its closest pass, and now the headline event. Comet 3I Atlas is the third known interstellar object discovered passing through our solar system. After 1, I/Oumuamua, and 2, I/Borisov. National Geographic and NASA both report that December 19th marks its closest pass to Earth at roughly 170 million miles, over 700 times the Earth-Moon distance. There is no threat to our planet, but that's not what makes this significant. NASA's December Skywatching update explains that observers with at least a 30-centimeter, 12-inch telescope may glimpse the comet near Regulus, the bright star marking the heart of the constellation Leo in the early pre-dawn hours. But here's the part that has scientists alarmed in the best possible way. 3I Atlas is shedding water and gas very vigorously. One observer described it as like a fire hose. This is offering an unprecedented look at icy material from another star system. This is not a naked eye object. You'll need access to a reasonably large telescope or a public observatory. From dark sites in mid-northern latitudes, look east to northeast, before dawn on and around December 19th, near the star Regulus in Leo. Local astronomy clubs and planetariums may host special observing nights as long as weather cooperates. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event. We don't know when another interstellar visitor will pass this close again, and we don't know what we'll learn from this one. December 21st, solstice, long nights, and aurora potential. The December solstice arrives on December 21st at around 15:04 UTC, bringing the shortest day and longest night of the year in the northern hemisphere and the reverse in the southern hemisphere. National Geographic points out that these extended winter nights are perfect for aurora chasers, especially as we are still near the peak of solar cycle 25, the sun's roughly 11-year activity maximum. And here's where things get interesting. NASA has just reported a strong X1.9 class solar flare that peaked at 9:49 p.m. Eastern Time on November the 30th, 2025, captured by the Solar Dynamics Observatory. Such flares, especially when accompanied by coronal mass ejections, can trigger geomagnetic storms that enhance auroras and potentially impact communications and power systems. While it's too early to confirm a specific storm from this event alone, it's a timely reminder to monitor the NOAA Space Weather Prediction Center for alerts if you live under high latitude skies. If a strong geomagnetic storm is predicted, head to a dark location with a clear northern, or southern horizon, depending on your hemisphere. Bring a tripod if you plan to photograph the lights. Long exposures reveal colors and structures the eye may miss, and if the timing aligns, December 21st could deliver one of the most spectacular aurora displays of the year. December 21st to 22nd. Ursid meteor shower. Right on the heels of the solstice comes the Ursid meteor shower, peaking overnight from December 21st to 22nd. National Geographic describes the Ursids as modest compared with the Geminids or Perseids, typically 5 to 10 meteors per hour under dark skies, but a worthy target this year thanks to a dim young crescent moon that leaves the sky mostly dark. The meteors appear to radiate from the constellation Ursa Minor near the Little Dipper, and activity is usually best in the hours before dawn when the radiant is highest. Try observing from late night through dawn on December 21st to 22nd. Face generally north, but remember, meteors can streak across the entire sky. A reclining chair, warm clothing, and patience are your best equipment. December 26th. Saturn Moon conjunction. On the evening of December 26th, look west after sunset to spot a graceful pairing of the waxing crescent moon and Saturn. National Geographic and Earth Sky both flag this conjunction as a highlight. The moon and the ringed planet will be separated by about 4 degrees, roughly 3 finger widths at arm's length. Earth Sky notes that Saturn shines as a steady golden star in the constellation Aquarius, setting before midnight by month's end. After sunset on December 26th, look toward the southwest to west for the crescent moon. Saturn will be the bright, non-twinkling point close by. A small telescope will reveal Saturn's rings, even at low magnification, as one of the great wow views of amateur astronomy. This is the kind of sight that changes people. That makes them realize how small we are and how vast the universe is. Late December, Jupiter dominates the night sky. Throughout December, Jupiter is the true showstopper planet. It rises soon after sunset in the eastern sky, spends the night arcing high across the south, and sets near dawn. Earth Sky reports that Jupiter is positioned in Gemini near the twin stars Castor and Pollux and not far from Procyon, forming a bright pattern easy to recognize. The planet is marching toward opposition on January 10th, 2026, when Earth will pass directly between Jupiter and the Sun, making it appear at its biggest and brightest. A recent article in the Times underscores just how dominant Jupiter will look this month, outshining all stars and offering stunning telescopic views of its bands and 4 large moons. Look east after sunset to find the brightest star low in the sky. That's Jupiter. Binoculars will show its Galilean moons lined up like tiny points of light. Even a small telescope reveals cloud bands and sometimes the Great Red Spot, depending on timing. Jupiter is not just a planet, it's a world of storms, a gravitational titan, and a window into the physics of gas giants. And this month, it's unmissable for you sights. So what does all of this mean? On the surface, December 2025 is a skywatcher's dream, a convergence of rare events, perfect timing, and cooperative conditions. But beneath that, something deeper is happening. Comet 3, IATLAS, represents humanity's first real-time study of material from another star system. The data being collected could answer fundamental questions about the formation of solar systems, the distribution of water and organic molecules across the galaxy, and whether the building blocks of life are common or rare. The X-class solar flare from November 30th is a reminder that